ambition, concentration, suspense. London-based sports photographer Iain Weir tries to capture moods. He recently photographed the rowing teams of Oxford and Cambridge universities while they were training for their annual river race on the Thames in Putney. Rowing is close to his heart, as he used to partake in the sport himself. In his photos, he tries to define that single moment that makes the difference between victory and defeat.
Trying to anticipate that, I think if you know the sport beforehand, you can go into it thinking, these are the possible things that might happen, so I'm going to keep an eye out for those. I think if you don't know anything about the sport, you don't know anything about the politics or the history of the crews or the individuals involved, it makes it so much harder to anticipate that moment. So knowing the sport you're photographing is quite important, I think.
Iain agreed to take a break from following sports to produce a photographic portrait of his home city for Euromaxx. Piccadilly Circus is the centre of London. This major traffic junction joins the city's theatre district with one of its busiest shopping streets. London's financial district is not a place Iain visits frequently, though he worked here as a banker before switching to photography. He says the banker's lifestyle is too hectic. This is one of Iain's favourite places. Richmond Park is less than an hour by train from London. Hundreds of deer roam free here. It's the city's largest park and a place to get away from the bustle of a big city.
Buildings as far as the eye could see. I think it would drive you nuts. I think it's a bit of an escape for people. It's just a way to escape the stresses of the city.
Iain's favourite district is Putney. The 31-year-old loves living in this quiet and friendly area. He knows most of the locals and likes to socialise. Another favourite of his is the Artisan Cafe, where he comes at least once a day for a cup of coffee.
Don't work very well at home. It's too easy to get distracted, so I quite like to have a routine of going somewhere, doing some work for a couple of hours and then going on to do something else. This is a nice place to just relax, focus on my work, have a nice coffee and just watch the world go by.
Iain shares his passion for rowing with his good friend Mike Owen. Both were once members of the Putney-based London Rowing Club, albeit at different times.
He's like one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Always friendly, always smiling, and he's happy to talk about rowing for hours, which is quite good for me because I could do the same thing. So no, it's good. It's good to catch up.
The Olympic Games being held in London this July will be a big event for the sports photographer. He visits some of the newly built Olympic venues.
I think the link with architecture and the sporting events, just kind of makes more iconic images almost. If you've got a stadium like the one behind me, which is instantly recognisable, it's only been here, constructed over the last few years, people already instantly recognise it. And so if you've got that in the background of any sporting photo, you're instantly going to know where it was and why it was taken. So it just gives the pictures a bit more, it makes them more easily identifiable as to what they are and what they represent, which brings a lot more to the image than just the sportsman on a plain background.
As his day comes to an end, Iain heads to one of his favourite pubs to relax. The Bricklayer's Arms only serves beer varieties which are brewed in Britain. Satisfied, he browses through his new collection of photographs.
It's amazing in London to have these beautiful spaces that you can, in the space of 10, 15 minutes, escape. It's part of what makes London an incredible city, actually, I think, is just the contrasts between these open spaces and the built-up areas and busy places and quiet places. It's been nice to do that.